Yeah!
It's time. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday! Last week was Monday we was on. This week is Tuesday. Slammer. Slammer. Mookie.
I'll take it.
Slammer. NWO, brother. Slammer. I pledge allegiance to the Slam.
Should I take my hat off?
The United States. Nah, not for this national anthem. Slammer. All right. Welcome to episode 4.
Episode 4?
Episode 4
Woo!
of The Bro Show.
I like it.
I like it too. And my gosh, I'm your host. I am your number one brother. I'm your mega brother. I'm the people's bro. I'm your New Breed Wrestling Midwest PopCon champion. And I am, look at there, JSO.
Oh,
I am your MMWA heavyweight champion.
you are going to retain this weekend.
I'm going to retain. I am Bro Slam Slammer. Tell him who you are, Mookie.
Well. We've come to the point of the show where I get to introduce myself, known around these parts as the best, not number one brother, but the number one step brother around here.
Yeah.
Brother Mookie.
Brother Mookie, yay! Thanks for joining. I seen when I created the event for tonight,
Yes.
and of course I put down I'm going because it's pretty evident that I need to be here. Seeing I'm the host.
You do live here.
I do live here, but seeing that you're my co-host, I was really hoping you'd be coming too. You only put you as interested.
I was interested.
And I was like, man, I hope he shows up. So
Hey.
thank you for showing up.
I'm kind of like the wrestlers that pull up last minute into the show, walk out of their limo, and they're walking in.
Walk in last minute. And thank you to the others that did put going. Thank you to the people that said interested. And whoever the guy that took the time out to say he's not going, why did you do that?
At least you took the time.
I guess. So anyway,
So how do we start off this show? We show off, what do you got to drink tonight?
what do I have to drink? I actually have a Bang Energy Cherry Blade Lemonade.
That's actually really good. Black
It's-
cherry
Hey,
lemonade.
it is good.
That's actually really good.
Uh,
I've had that.
Ollie's, the store Ollie's. If you've never heard of Ollie's, it's a pretty cool store. I actually got the 12 packs of bangs there, $12.99. So
Yeah.
they're just a little over $1 a piece. That's way cheaper than going to the gas station and getting one.
I got a little special one tonight.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Check
Whoa.
that out.
C4
Got the new
WWE. Nice.
It is Ruthless Raspberry.
Ruthless. Ruthless. Oh.
I'm not a big raspberry fan though, so they had
blue ras. Oh, that's
Yeah.
going to be delicious. Crack that thing open. I bet it smells like blue ras.
that's a big time.
Oh, yeah, that's
Big
good.
time
That's
raspberry.
good. Take a big old swig of that. Oh my gosh, I seen the energy about burst out of your ears.
Oh, that's blue raspberry.
That's blue raspberry.
I'll be sipping on that all night.
Just a sip.
I'm not a big blue raspberry fan.
I could drink an energy drink and go right to bed. But blue ras, man, I get all my pre-workouts, almost everything's
Yeah.
blue
I'm
ras.
a big blue ras fan.
Who we got out here tonight? Rusty, good to see you, brother.
Rusty?
I will not be in Sedalia. I'm sorry, brother. I will. Wait, is it Sedalia this weekend?
Yes.
Okay,
Blue
you
Breed.
won't see me at Sedalia because I'll be at MMWA, but you'll see me
But they will have the new breed
New Breed candy.
freeze dried candy.
Freeze dried candy. How cool is that? Justin, what's up, brother? Paul. Yes, Mookie is running wild. Greg Schultz. I'm only watching because you said Hulk Hogan is going to be on. Yeah, he will be on here in a minute.
We've got the chair here waiting for him. He'll be out here in just a few
Extra
minutes.
chair. We're waiting for you, Hulkster.
He's getting dressed. He's getting oiled up.
Who else we got going on here? We got who else?
Tim
joined
Mendeville
us?
says
Jim,
hello.
what's up, brother? What?
CJ Crump, future Hall
CJ.
of Famer. I think he's talking about me.
I know he's talking about you.
Monk's back.
Monk, what's up, Monk? How in the world?
My buddy Doug, my fellow diecast dude Doug. At least it's
Hey,
not a jelly
what's up,
bean.
Doug?
Dude, we had to eat some awful jelly beans earlier.
Louie,
Bad flavor.
Big Lou, brother. Good to have you, brother. Let's go. Doug's your bro. Paige, hey brother.
Yeah, where's that little girl
Yeah,
at?
she's somewhere around here.
She's probably out helping Hulk Hogan put his boas on.
That's right, Irvin. Slammermania's running wild. Monk's back. Future Hall of Famer Mookie right there. CJ right on. Justin, Slammer. Hello, Tim.
Everybody's in here tonight.
All right, stick around. We'll talk about some stuff. What?
We've got a lot of things going on this week.
Yeah, and I'm wearing the NWO shirt. You were supposed to, but you forgot. But I also forgot to remind you because you said to remind you because you might forget. So
this is as close as I can get tonight.
So Buc-ee's is too sweet. We love Buc-ee's. The whole reason for the NWO 2 days ago was the 28th anniversary.
It's insane.
WCW Bash at the Beach, man.
Almost 30 years ago. That's almost NWO is almost 30 years. Still
28 years.
Almost 30 years though. That's how
Almost.
crazy.
So that match, Nash and Hall said they was going to have a third guy. They went out and wrestled a handicap match.
Thought it was going to be Sting
against Luger, Sting, and Macho Man. They were all painted up, man. They was ready to go to war. And then here comes the Hulkster walking down to the ring, all serious, brother.
And my favorite part of that is he's walking to the ring.
It's got to be Bobby Heenan.
Bobby Heenan spoils it.
Bobby Heenan spoiled it.
He spoils it, and I'm like, looking back and watching now, you laugh because you're like, what? Why did he say that?
I guess nobody must have caught it at the time.
I don't know.
I mean, wow, man, yeah, it was cool. Hogan dropped the leg on Macho Man. No surprise there. NWO, it was time for the Hulkster to turn heel, even though I just turned heel right with him because I do not waver on the Hulkster no matter what. But I guess we talked about this on a road trip. The red and yellow had been running wild for quite some time, and
it's always kind of one of my big questions is, what was his better run, the red and gold run or the black and white NWO run? It's like
Bro George. It's Bro George. Aruba.
The NWO run is it's such a different dynamic for what the red and gold was, and it was almost perfect for all the kids that grew up and watched the red and gold.
Yeah.
They were at the perfect age to start kind of liking those bad guys.
Yep.
Perfect time for him to turn when he did. Oh, and
it just changed the whole landscape of wrestling just in general. It changed the WWF at the time.
So to this day, do you think he sells more NWO stuff or more red and gold stuff?
It's got to be the NWO. Plus, I believe if you look it up, I think the NWO T-shirt is still one of the top selling T-shirts in wrestling. And you can blame me for that because I buy an NWO shirt like just about every other day. You can ask Heather, and I got a lot of NWO stuff.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong. So we wanted to commemorate that because just before that big turn, what was it, in May of '96?
Okay.
We seen somebody walking through the crowd doing that. See, my God, we didn't have streaming back in '96, man. You showed up and you watched wrestling from the time it started till the time it ended. And man, sitting there watching, who was it? It was
Mike Enos.
Mike Enos.
That's who I always remember in the ring.
Mike Enos. I honestly can't remember who he was wrestling.
I never can remember. I always just remember Mike Enos in the ring.
Mean Mike Enos.
Minnesota.
No, not Bo. Blake Beverly. Blake Beverly. So anyway, you see a guy in a jean vest and jeans walking through the crowd. The Monday Night War is beginning because Scott Hall came out and he says,
that back picture.
Hey, yo. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. Well, by gosh, I love Scott Hall. I loved him as Razor Ramon, so I was pumped, man, whenever he came walking out. And then, it's funny because I was actually thinking of this. Before Hogan even turned NWO, he was going through that spell of dressing in black, because he was looking into the dark side or whatever. I think he was having a run against
Kevin Sullivan
in the Dungeon of Doom. Mm-hmm. So that Monday Night War Hogan, that ring light's really, there we go. But I mean, that was pretty much the look Hogan had before.
Remember, he even had the little eyebrow things painted on him, like Sullivan did at one point.
Yep.
I always hated that look with him and all that black spandex. Yeah. At one point, he had the big neck collar. And
Yeah.
he always looked fun, but he was really thin at that point too.
He was. Oh yeah, he had dropped a lot of weight because
Yeah.
the whole
Steroid
steroid thing.
scandal.
All them guys dropped tons of
But he
weight.
looks so skinny in all that black spandex. I'm
He
like,
does.
I always hated that look.
So I'd show a Kevin Nash, but I guess best Kevin
Paul-
Nash,
Paul Hester
best Kevin
says-
Nash I'd have is this one right now because I don't have the new Monday Night War Kevin Nash yet. But I'll get him. By gosh, who we got on here? Page. So many figures. Yeah.
So Paul Hester says, "Hey yo."
Hey yo, Paul.
Almost hit
Tim, I
toothpick
miss those
seconds.
days too, man. Wrestling is way different than what it used to be. Whose side is he on? What I've been telling you these years.
Yeah, Bobby
Heenan's
Heenan, that's what we
greatest.
say. Bobby Heenan spoiled it for everybody on his way to the ring. Kyle Rice says, because of Scott Hall, I thought having a toothpick in your mouth all the time was so cool.
It is cool.
Dude, every time I go to like a Chinese buffet, when I pay for my dinner, I always grab 2 toothpicks because of Scott Hall.
Because
I put one in my mouth, I put one in my ear. Every single time.
That's
no lie.
awesome. So yeah, man, NWO, they ran wild. It was great. I loved it when it was just Hall, Nash, and Hogan.
Yeah.
X-Pac was cool when he came along.
Well, I wasn't
Or
a big fan
Six-Pac.
when they added Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase, it just didn't make any sense to
The
me.
Giant. I kind of understood the Giant. At the point.
Giant,
But
whatever.
he was like back and forth also.
But if they would have just stayed the three of them and Bischoff
Yeah.
could have just been with them, that would have been fine. But it got way out of control there at the end. I can't even remember who all was in it at the very end and all the different. And there's gonna be people say, "Oh, I liked Wolfpack NWO."
I was
Great.
never a Wolfpack
I was
fan.
black and white. Hall, Nash, Hogan.
Yeah.
That's the NWO.
See, I like Buff and Scott Flash Norton, Vicious
Oh,
and Delicious.
Yeah,
I loved when they
I
were
like
added.
Orton.
I thought they added a great dynamic to the NWO, but I hated like Stevie Ray. Remember when he joined in?
Yep.
The Disciple. I actually kind of dig the Disciple when he was on there.
Thanks, Matt. There is nothing wrong with all the figures, brother. Good to have you on here, by the way. You've been joining in every week.
We appreciate
you,
that,
brother.
man. But the Disciple, was you a big Disciple fan when he was with
Oh,
NWO?
I was gonna say I like Beefcake. I've just always been a Beefcake
See,
fan. So when he showed up, I was like, at first, the first night he showed up, I'm like, my gosh, that looks like Brutus Beefcake.
Man, I honestly did not know for like a couple of years. I did not realize that was Brutus Barber
Yeah.
Beefcake. I remember when I finally found out, I was like, "What?"
Yep,
It like blew my mind.
yep. And it's pretty cool because I wish they would just make a Disciple figure in
Yeah.
a box that I could
Yeah.
have. But the new Nitro set coming out with the Harlem Heat, The
Build a
Rock,
figure.
and Rob Van Dam build a figure.
I think
Disciple, and I've seen people build him like
Yeah.
on little videos, and my gosh, it looks just like the Disciple.
I'm gonna have to get that Disciple figure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna.
Well,
have
I'm
to buy
going to
all-
get it, but it's just
I
going
don't
to
know
be
if
in the box.
but I'm gonna have it together. I'm gonna have it together. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the pieces or if I'm gonna have to buy all the figures to put it. Somehow, I'm gonna get the Disciple figure.
It's going to be cool.
I cannot wait.
Well, when you get him and put him together, you bring him. We'll show him right here on the Bro Show.
That's right.
Bro for the bros.
So you got a couple pickups this week?
I did. You know, we
Yeah, I see you got like a whole stack over here. I'm
yeah,
excited to
we
see what you got.
well, I wanted to bring out the Monday Night War guys just because we've talked a little
Yes.
NWO. But yeah, this weekend got a little figure hunting done in the
Well,
wild.
you were off wrestling. You didn't get to wrestle this weekend. You had
I
a
did
nice
not.
weekend off.
Had a weekend off. Me,
Kinda
Heather
nice.
Page went to do a little shopping. Didn't know. I have some things in mind that I want to get, but I came across some good deals, and I'm an AEW fan. I'm not anti-AEW. I like AEW just fine. I think there's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be fixed there.
Mhm.
And I have quite a bit of AEW figures, and I'm pretty glad I do, but I got to a point where I said, I'm not going to buy anymore.
Yeah.
But you and I and Paige was up on a road trip a few weeks ago. We went into a Walmart, and they had some AEW figures, and they had Max Caster and Bowens, Anthony Bowens.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is one I've liked those guys from the beginning when
Oh,
they
yeah.
got there. And I was like, that's a set I'd like to get. Well, I just so happened to go to Target and 50% off. I was not leaving it. Platinum Max Caster, brother.
Yo, listen.
Yo, listen.
Listen.
That's actually a pretty cool figure. I like that one. So I need
It's a
to
good
get
likeness.
Bowens.
You can see the picture of him on the back.
Yeah, real good likeness. So yeah, he's got some headphones and stuff. Good figure. Good figure. Glad to have it.
What do those guys do? Scissor me, daddy.
Scissor me, daddy. All right. So then, this wasn't a figure I really had on my target. I've got
Kyle
two-
Wright said he liked Conan and the NWO. I was actually a big Conan.
Oh,
but
I like
was
Conan.
K-Dog.
Just
K-Dog.
just Conan rules. Good
Yeah.
evening, Scott. How you doing, brother? Paige says that's cool, and it is a cool one. So anyway, the Legends WWE Legends series, I'd gotten Lou Albano, and who else did I get out of
I don't
there?
even know
Oh,
who you have.
the Hogans. I got the Hogan and
Ichiban.
the Ichiban. I got both. I found both of
Blue
them,
and
the
silver
blue
boots.
and the silver. And the others in the collection were Muhammad Ali and the Sultan.
Okay.
And I was just like, didn't really. The Sultan was a flash in the pan. The figure I didn't care for that much. Target had it on sale for $11,
So we had to
so
get
I
it.
had to get it, man.
See,
there
I
it is.
kinda
It's
like that
actually
figure.
pretty cool. If you didn't know, the Sultan is Fatu Rikishi,
Part of the bloodline.
part of his many millions of names. But thank you, Scott. We're enjoying
The
bringing you
bloodline.
the show, brother. Justin's got a signed Luchasaurus in package. That's a
Oh,
good
nice.
figure to have. All right.
Luchasaurus. I actually
Tell
remember
him what you know about
he
Luchasaurus.
was on Big Brother.
He was on Big Brother.
And
He didn't like you bringing it up, did he?
Yeah, I met him. I was real early on in AEW. I think it was like their 7th Dynamite episode. I went to Nashville, seen him out back. He was actually getting a van after the show, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm a huge fan. I loved you on Big Brother." And he looked at me, and goes, "Don't remind me of that." And, like, he shut the door, like he wasn't like having it at all.
Oh, then embrace that stuff.
That's
So
what I
anyway,
say.
that was two of the figures, and the last one I got, it was the three. Oh man, I was like a little kid in little kid in the toy store when I got to this one. There it was, brother.
He
Brand
reminds
new.
me. He reminds me of Kevin McAllister on Home Alone 2. He goes to the big toy store.
Oh, hey,
Duncan's.
when I found the Doink Superstars figure, I almost screamed like a little bitty kid. Heather, she said, I seen your eyes light up. I was like, I've been looking for that Doink, man. I was pumped to get him. Anyway, main event series 148. Hulk Hogan, Python Power, brother.
I still like the photo on the back. That's
Yeah, it's a
actually
good.
really cool.
Yeah, my only disappointment, all the packages were bent in some sort of way, and I don't like bent packages, but no Hogans left behind. So I picked the best one out of the 5. They were all damaged, and I brought him home. He was only $12. If I find a better one later, I'll get him, and maybe I'll open this one
Yeah, that could be a
for an opening. or
placeholder
something.
until you
Yeah,
find a better one.
But at least I got him. I'm happy. Hulk rules. Python Power rules. Hulk rules, brother.
Those are your purchase pickups
That's
of the week.
That's the purchases of the week. What'd you get?
I
Did you
have
get
bought a
anything
couple-
this week?
I have brought a couple things. I have not opened. I've slightly opened, so it'll be easy to pull them out here. I have not had eyeballs on them yet.
Whoa!
I'm excited to see what I got here.
My gosh, eyeballs.
My first package right here.
All right. Whoa.
This is not an action figure, as you can see. If it is,
If it is, it's
I'm
a
in trouble.
flattened action figure, and you might want to get your money
it's
back.
Andre the Giant. First purchase of the week. Recognize that?
I've got it.
You got this one?
Yeah, I've got that
Yes.
one. Yeah.
My latest WWF magazine. Man, it's a little
It's got a little damage. But
Little
it's better
damage.
than not having it at all.
1980. I guess this will be a placeholder until
Yep.
I find a better one. This was super dirt cheap. I found this less than $10.
Oh, good.
Shipped. Let's see. April, May issue 1986. Jesse the Body Ventura on the cover.
Can't go wrong with anything that has
Love
just
that
a body on it. Howdy, Lisa.
We'll see. Anything. Look at the Brunzels with the kangaroos.
That's awesome.
Killer bees.
I love the Killer Bees, man. When I was a kid, the Killer Bees came out and I was like, oh, they got to put their masks on. They got to put their mask on. So I was never disappointed when they got them on there.
Yeah, if there's ever a Jesse Ventura photo,
I aspire.
look at that.
I aspire to have this look, man. Who wants to see Slammer come out with that look to a wrestling match?
Not me.
Oh. All right.
And I got one more item
Ooh,
here.
boy, it's in a good
This-
box
this
there.
one's
Somebody
actually-
really
This
packed
one's actually
that
shipped really
nice. Whoa.
Oh,
Hey,
baby.
I got that one too.
Speaking of Hulkster,
Yeah.
WrestleMania 2 issue,
Yeah, I've got that. That's a good magazine right there.
the June-July 1986 WWF magazine featuring Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, and King Kong Bundy.
Bundy!
And on the
Five!
back, it's got a nice LJN
Yeah.
ad.
Oh, man.
Good times right
Ooh,
there.
that is good times right there. Jess is tuned into the Bro Show. She wants to know if you have Nikolai Volkov should rise when he sang the Soviet national anthem.
I can't remember how the words went.
I bet I got Nikolai. I got Nikolai here somewhere. All right, all rise. We're gonna sing "Karami Mai" off the wrestling album. Rest in peace, Nikolai, brother.
Yeah.
And Iron Sheik.
I'm excited to look at some of these photos in
Yeah.
here.
Whoa, Captain Lou.
Captain Lou.
You can get his t-shirt right
Oh,
there.
look at this
Macho
photo.
and Elizabeth.
Flipping through this magazine, look at this awesome picture of the Intercontinental Belt. Beautiful thing.
Good
I can't
stuff.
wait to go home and flip through this.
Well, you flip away, brother. Oh, sweet Sean said he worked on some shows with B. Brian Blair. That's cool, man.
So, I did bring you something this week.
Whoa, brought me
I
something?
brought you a little present this week.
A present?
A present.
A prize ski?
A prize key, a present. It is not mint on card.
Okay, I'm
but it's-
nervous.
But it's mint in can.
Mint in can.
Oh,
Yeah.
A little broken skull.
Broken skull. Nice.
I bought a 4-pack.
Put
I
that-
wanted a can for myself. Over on our Die Cut Dudes channel with my other friends, we taste tested those. I am not an alcohol drinker. I took a drink of that out of a shot glass. It was enough for me. Woo! I'm not a beer drinker. I'm not an
Stone
alcohol
Cold.
drinker.
Oh, hell yeah.
Favorite Stone Cold match? What's your favorite Stone
Favorite
Cold match?
Stone Cold Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13.
Excellent.
Excellent match. Man,
So
thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no
That's
problem.
awesome, man.
I had to say WrestleMania.
I'll put that
Since-
over. I'll put that over by the Hogan beer from Hogan's Hangout.
It's right there in front. You got it there. Just no spot for it.
Yeah, but I'll put it right here, right now. And when I put stuff.
Since you said
up later.
WrestleMania 13,
Did I say
that was-
13? WrestleMania 12.
no, 13 is correct. 13's him and Brett in Chicago.
The blood
Yeah.
blood from a stone.
Yeah.
That was 13.
Yeah, 12 he wrestled Savio Vega in Anaheim.
Oh, okay. I'm
I'm a nerd.
my faux pas. My faux pas.
I'm a wrestling nerd. Since you said 13, I would say 13. I'll have to say 14 when he beats Shawn for the world title in Philadelphia. How do I remember all these cities, but I can't remember like my sister's middle name? You know,
it's wrestling.
how do
brother.
how does this work? Hopefully she's not working.
Lisa asked, "How was the pineapple Pepsi last week?"
Oh, it
You
was
tasted
actually
on here.
Yeah, it was actually really good. Exclusive to Little Caesars. They had some last year. They have them again this year. I guess it's kind of become their summertime thing. It's actually really good. Especially if you like pineapple, you got to like pineapple. It's a strong pineapple, but it doesn't like overpower the Pepsi. You like pineapple?
Nope. I don't like pineapple. I don't like Pepsi, so that does me no good.
Come on, man.
All right. Yeah.
So-
well, I'll tell you what. Did you watch Money in the Bank?
I did.
Okay. Well, we kind of chit-chatted back and forth
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I give it 3 out of 5 big boots.
I'm gonna have to give it like I would say
It
4.
was fine. I mean,
I thought it was one of the better pay-per-views. There wasn't actually one match on a whole pay-per-view I wanted to fast forward through if I was able to. I usually am I discussed this last week, not a big women's wrestling fan. The women's Money in the Bank match, it started off rough. There was a few miscues on there.
there was a lot of miscues on there. That match had me cringing, and I
But-
wondered if any of them girls were okay after
Yeah.
the match.
But that was by far the best women's ladder match I've seen on TV, I think. I can't think of a better Money in the Bank women's ladder match. Most of them are not good.
I did like Chelsea Green going through the table. She
Yeah.
took quite a bump there.
She
Good
did.
for her. That was
She
good.
did.
That was pretty good. That was the best part of the match. I think. Who
But-
won? I forgot.
Crap, what was her name?
Oh, Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah,
won.
Stratton.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Tiff
fine.
in the
I'm
Bank.
fine with her winning.
Tiff in the Bank.
That's good. But yeah, the men's Money in the Bank, McIntyre winning. It's
I was
fine.
I was happy with
I'm-
that, but
I'm-
then it was wasted.
But I'm just glad that somebody's not going to be carrying that stupid briefcase around. It's like the guys carry that thing around for like an entire year.
Yeah.
So it was
See, I like that.
get it.
I like it
Get
because
it.
there's always like, are they going to do it?
Yeah.
I hate how they come out 50 times though throughout the year and like act
act
gonna
like they're
cash
going
it,
to, and they never do. Then,
But I kind of like that because you're like, oh, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? You kind of sit at the edge of your seat.
yeah,
And then they then they don't. But then when they
Good
finally
evening,
do,
American Outlaw. Horns up,
what's
brother.
up, brother? Brother Mookie here.
Yeah. So yeah, the Damian Priest and Seth Rollins.
That match was okay.
Something either he's they probably should have counted 3. I think they still could have.
Oh, that's what
They
we're gonna-
still.
yeah.
I mean, McIntyre was coming out cashing in anyway.
I think what did they
I
not hit the
mean-
music in time? What was there was a cue miss somewhere right through there.
I don't know. You know, sometimes when the referee goes down,
But it was a
maybe he
whole,
didn't. It was the 3.
like it was a 3.
1,
the
2.
ref got up, the lights came up, and then the music finally hit. It was like
Yeah, it's like-
it was a good like 20
Yeah,
seconds.
that-
like it was a really bad off cue. I remember when it
So-
happened. I'm like, what the heck? But then Drew's music hit, and I'm like, oh, somebody screwed up.
Yeah. But anyway, if Priest would have lost, I mean, I think they could have called an audible right there.
Yeah.
Seth won it. If they still wanted Damian to beat Drew, then Damian
Yeah.
could have walked right back out with the belt.
Yeah.
I'm not big. I like Damian Priest just fine. I liked him better before he was the champion. I don't
Well, it
think
seems
he,
like they've once they put the belt on him, they haven't really done anything to make
Yeah,
him
it's
any
like-
more special.
and Seth Rollins. I like Seth just
Yeah.
fine.
Guy, he annoys me when he talks. He's always like,
So-
always like laughing and talking like this. and,
So yeah, it's like, well,
I am.
and I like the whole Punk McIntyre thing
Yeah.
they got going on, right? I like CM Punk, but I didn't realize how much I like Drew McIntyre until all this started going on.
Well, they
so,
finally like let him go and let him do his own thing.
yeah, that's gold. I like what they got going there, and they can let that
And I
they
think
can let
they've
that go
realized that.
for a while.
Yeah.
So
I think they've realized that. Like,
Good.
let him talk. He's actually a good talker on his own. Not,
yep,
I'm sure they gave him some bullet points.
Yeah.
And he's
here you
hit them
go,
all.
run with it, brother. He said, "All right." So what else was it?
Eddie
Was that-
Jamison says, "Hello, Slammer."
Well, oh, what's up, brother? Was that all the pay-per-view? Was that everything?
Oh no, we had the Sammy and Braun Breaker
Oh,
match.
that-
That was maybe the lowest
uh,
point of the pay-per-view.
I didn't like seeing Braun get beat. Like, you know, while we're on the subject of that, I'm glad we talked about this because what's with all these people having the same name? You got Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman. It's like, remember when they
Vince-
didn't want anybody
Yeah.
to have the same name?
Vince would have never had that. Like,
I feel like every wrestler, you know, there's so many
I
wrestlers.
feel like when WCW guys come over.
Whatever happened to the Bastion Boogers of the world? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give somebody a name. The Goon. Come on, man.
Goon.
We can come up with some good names.
You got the Goon figure. That's a tough figure, I think, to come by.
No, I wish I would have. I felt like I found him one time.
Oh, really? That's one figure I never did ever see in stores.
And I don't even think they give Bill Irwin no credit at all, do they?
No.
Do they use his likeness on there? Don't they?
Could you imagine wrestling those boots that he had to wrestle in that looked
I
like
always thought they was pretty neat.
oh,
It's like,
they were
man, that's
neat? Could you imagine?
No.
I'm sure enough it was hard enough to walk around in those, let alone wrestling those.
barely walk anyway. What about the move to Netflix? I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see
I
what
think- I
happens.
think it'll be interesting. I'm afraid.
I don't need it to go be straight up like the '90s
Yeah.
because I remember a lot of bad stuff. You know, I don't
And that's what I'm
need a lot
kind
of
of
that.
that's what I'm kind of afraid for. I'm afraid these guys are gonna start throwing out a lot more cuss words, which when it's needed, it's fine.
Yeah, but not all the time.
But
It's
I'm
kind of
afraid
like,
it's gonna be like what almost what AEW was doing there for a
yeah,
while. Where
well,
every promo had like 5 cuss words in it. Every match is gonna be a bloody match. You need to save that stuff to make it more
yeah,
special.
it's like
And-
you know that's happening way too. It's like in AEW, man. These guys they want to shout out a bad word and like they use it in like every single
Yeah.
segment. It's like, you know, when we have when I wrestle for Dynamo down here, one of the things at our meeting is anybody using the super kick tonight? Okay, 3 of you are raising your hand. Only one of you are using it.
Yeah,
It's like that's you know
that makes sense.
you don't need
Yeah.
don't overuse that stuff, man. Everything's way overused. Scott McFarlane, yeah, where are you? Tim Mendable, you would have the Goon figure, brother. Netflix
Tim might have it
uncensored,
autographed.
not a fan. Right on, Robert. That's kind of where we're thinking.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
Hooligan, what's up, brother?
What's up, brother? I think Netflix will be an interesting move. I remember years ago when TNA, I think it was TNA, they were trying to find a new TV deal to go somewhere. And I was like, they need to go try to do a streaming channel. Like I back then was saying Netflix, try Netflix. That's something new. And they of course went to some like Destination America or something at
Yeah.
one point. But I was always like, man, that is going to be the way to go in the future, and now it's about to happen.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And who
crazy.
knew? And who knew it'd be Monday Night Raw being the first one to jump to do that?
Man.
Of course, it doesn't surprise me with it being WWE to be the first one to make that leap, because it seems like they're the first ones to kind of test the waters out on stuff, because they're such a big.
Yeah.
They're always going to have fans that follow them no matter
Yeah.
what.
I have a feeling that's probably where AEW be heading here soon too. I can see them just going to straight up
Yeah,
streaming because I don't know. I mean,
their ratings are not.
their
doing
ratings
good, so I
aren't
don't know.
good, and they could probably get TBS and all that probably get better ratings on old movies and
Yeah.
stuff as opposed. Well, there we talked about on Cornette. There we talked about that first quarter hour. They get the Big Bang Theory run
So-
over, and then
So Sheldon's
then
part
all
of
of
the.
a sudden they got 200,000 people lost. It's like, man, that sucks.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for. I'm not anti AEW.
I'm the same
Don't get
way.
me wrong. I am rooting for them. I want them to succeed. I want
all
want-
wrestling. I want all
I
wrestling.
want all of wrestling to succeed. I want every wrestling promotion to succeed. If you're watching this, I'm rooting for you. If you don't like me, I'm rooting for you anyway.
If you don't like me, bite me, like Rick Steiner used to say.
Bite me, but I'm still rooting for you. I wish you all luck.
Like I always tell you, you need to watch the NWA. They're on the CW app.
Yeah, and I still haven't
NWA
got that.
NWA is such a good watch. They got some corny wrestlers on there, like any wrestling group does.
Sure.
But man, they got the big guys that we're used to from like the 90s and 80s.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's one thing I think wrestling, WWE and AEW is lacking, is a lot of the big guys. NWA is full of big guys. I love it.
I don't really want the Attitude Era back, Doug, but I like aspects of it because I remember, man, them
Yeah.
crowds, man.
See, I'm an Attitude Era fan.
I love the
I'm
Attitude
on
Era,
board
but
with that.
I also remember a lot of. I used to get so mad because go back and watch them. If they may have edited it all out for the most part. Man, I remember going to live events, watching Monday Night Raw, and all the people in the crowd going boring.
Yeah.
These guys are killing themselves. I'm like,
Yeah.
this ain't boring. It's like, what are you talking about?
It makes you almost feel bad for the guys up in the ring.
Oh,
when that crap's
I
going on.
hated it, man. You see some
Okay, I got a question for you.
question.
And a question for people out there to answer. Give us your answers. You give me your answer.
I got an answer.
If you could have any tag team partner, past or present, who would it be? And then who would your dream opponents be? Like, who would your ultimate matchup be?
Holy moly!
Like,
How am I?
tag with Mick Foley versus Demolition. That would be who would be your biggest rival tag team you would want? Who would you want to tag team with? Past or let's go with present. Let's go with present. Tag with a present wrestler against a past tag team of the past. That may be a little easier.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what it is. You really caught me off guard there because
All right, that's what we
I
want.
immediately want to say I want to tag with Bushwhacker Luke still. I still want to make this happen.
All right, he's on the cutoff.
He's on the cutoff.
We
man.
need you're going to tag team with a current wrestler, and who of the past would you want to be like your greatest opponents, your greatest rivals?
Oh boy,
There's a
howdy!
good question here.
That is a good question. Well, I'd have in the past, you say, or current?
Current tag team wrestler versus a
A
tag team
current
of the
tag team wrestler
Yeah.
from
from current times. You can tag team with any partner against a tag team of the past.
well,
Like you can rival
okay.
the Bushwhackers and
Well, I would if I picked a current wrestler, I'd pick CM Punk because he's probably my favorite
okay.
current big name wrestler because I just always liked CM Punk. So
Okay.
I'd pick CM Punk.
So
He'd be my
Slammer-
tag team partner
Slammer and CM Punk versus who's your greatest rival as a tag
Ugh.
team
from the past.
from the past?
The Hart Foundation,
Oh, which Heart Foundation?
the Anvil and Hitman.
Okay, here we go.
That'd be pretty cool.
So you got any answers?
You
out
thought I was
here?
gonna say Owen Hart and Yokozuna,
I was-
didn't you?
I was hoping. I was hoping.
I didn't want to. I don't want Yokozuna sitting on me. It scares me.
I was hoping it was gonna be like Owen and Bulldog.
Bulldog. Ooh.
I was like that tag team.
Yeah, I did too. I like
Sweet
it.
Sean's got an answer up there for you.
Sweet Sean. Veterans Championship. Your retirement match. Veterans Championship. That's up at IEW. I love going up there and getting to hold that belt, man. Hey, get a hold of me. I need to wrestle for you guys again.
Little promo.
Little promo there.
All right. We'll do another question.
Okay.
We're big on doing Mount Rushmore's wrestling questions here.
Okay.
I got a new Mount Rushmore question.
I was hoping we'd have one. I was thinking about one.
Okay. Mount Rushmore of heels. Your Mount Rushmore of the baddest of the bad guys. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of bad guys?
Okay, does this cover everything, or are we
Everything
going
is
with
Mount
one?
Rushmore. Mount Rushmore of bad guys.
Holy moly!
Who's going to be on your? Come on in here,
Come on in.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. The one, the only. Oh, what's your figures?
Whoa,
Sister Back.
Bro Page, come on in. Join us.
Hey.
Join us. Join us.
Hello.
Sporting Jimmy Hart tonight.
Ooh la
Mount
la.
Rushmore.
All I ask is for people to wear NWO tonight, and
Hey,
nobody but me does it
We're all
because
too sweet.
I'm NWO for life. Welcome aboard, Paige.
Hello.
Mount Rushmore of heels.
Mount Rushmore of Hills.
Oh, I
Whew.
already commented.
You've already commented?
Mhm.
Oh,
When I walked down here.
All right,
Miz
let's see.
times 4.
Yeah, just the Miz, the Miz, the Miz, the Miz. All
the Miz
different
4
eras.
times.
Oh my
Paige
gosh.
also answered on her tag team partner,
Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella.
Did you guess before you read it?
I didn't see it, so I
Oh,
must
good job.
I must have
You must
guessed
have
good.
known.
Against the Young Bucks. Young Bucks. Super kicks.
So you got a Mount Rushmore of
Oh my gosh, I
Of
can't.
bad guys?
I literally. I'm gonna have to think on that one. While I think
All right,
on that,
I'm reading his mind. Dino Bravo,
Dino Bravo,
King Kong Bundy,
Bundy,
Big Boss
Ted
Man.
DiBiase. DiBiase was a good heel.
I don't ever remember him being a good guy except for
He was never.
pre-WWF.
I don't ever remember him being so. Yeah, go with
Like when he was
DiBiase.
wrestling at
and-
the Chase, he was a good guy. It was when it was Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase.
Should he be asked?
I want to.
That's how they announced him.
I really can't say. I
Evil
wanna s-
Doink.
Evil Doink. Oh, Evil Doink was awesome.
He scared me as a
I
kid.
loved
Evil
Evil.
Doink.
I loved Evil
When he
Doink.
come out with a cast and they pulled it out and beat the crap out of
Yeah.
Crush.
Oh my gosh,
So Doug put Stone Cold,
Stone Cold.
Kevin Nash, Gold Dust, and I guess there's an empty spot.
Ooh, Piper. Yeah, I
Piper,
didn't think about
Piper's definitely a good
Piper.
one.
Yeah, I'd say MJF's probably the best current heel, but
Man, he would almost have to go on there. Like, he's so good.
I wish he'd go to WWE.
I think he will eventually. I think eventually.
But like I said, I'm rooting for AEW, so they probably need a guy like that to stick around, you know. So, Sid Vicious. Oh man, I'm such a Sid Vicious fan. I hate to think of him as a bad guy, but yeah, the Four Horsemen,
awful.
all
That's what you
four
would
of
do?
them.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I was thinking about Flair because Flair was such a good bad guy.
Mhm.
Freebirds.
Freebirds.
Oh my gosh. Freebirds and Gino Hernandez. It'd be good. There's 4 good hills right there.
What about the Missing Link? Missing Link was always him and One Man Gang scared me as kids.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the one man gang.
And I think One Man Gang scared me as a kid because I went to a GCW show up in St. Louis, Gateway Championship Wrestling. I was
Yeah.
in high school at the time, and he scared me. He wrestled and he went through the crowd, and he was just psycho, swinging his chain, swinging the chair around. I think he was bleeding also, like it was
Oh,
some kind
that's
of hardcore
great.
match. I think he actually wrestled like Madman Pondo,
Oh,
but he scared the crap
I
out of me. And I
seen-
was in high school.
yeah. I seen Madman Pond. Well, I've actually worked on same shows with him a couple times now.
Yeah.
But man, I'd seen him the first time at a VFW, or no, it was the Knights of Columbus show. What did I say it was?
Probably DeSoto,
Yeah, it was in DeSoto. What was that? Renegade.
Renegade, Midwest
Mi-
Renegade,
Yeah.
MWR.
Was
or
that
M-
MWR?
Missouri
was-
Renegade Wrestling, MRW.
It was before.
MRW.
It was before it was
GCW.
GCW. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Missouri
I
Renegade
remember
Wrestling.
Superfly was theirs. Their big name.
Was that
and
scaffold match?
scaffold match.
was there
and
also.
I can't remember.
So you were there. I was there also.
Yeah,
That's how I knew it
it
was a
freaked me
scaffold
out
match.
because that dude fell from a long way
The
up.
one and only scaffold match I've ever seen in my
Maybe
life.
you
And
guys
we was-
met in the past.
And we was front row. I was with Heather's cousin and his kid and maybe one other person there. I don't remember who it was. And whoever the manager was fell over the guardrail and he got up and he was just squirting blood out of his forehead.
I
And
remember
Heather's cousin, he was getting so mad. He's like, that blood better not get on me. Blah, blah, blah. Tony.
I was about to say, who was it? I was trying to figure it out. I thought it was Philip, but I was like, he doesn't have a kid.
So anyway, I guess that's pretty good there. So anyway, why don't we do something that we did last week? Let's bring back Would You Rather.
Would
Paige?
you rather? We almost need like a theme song to hit.
We do like the Price is Right or
I
something.
haven't prepared. I
So
didn't
we
look at
haven't
these
prepared.
beforehand.
Nothing's been looked at, but we liked Would You Rather so much
We thought we'd
that we
bring
thought
it
we'd
back.
play it again. Did you want to do your wrestling one real quick before we get going, or did you want to wait until afterwards?
You want me to do that? Or did you find one?
I did find one.
Okay,
I can
let's
look
go.
for another one.
Okay, let's go. Let's get the creative juices flowing.
Hold on,
All right.
let me do a little stretch here. All right. Hey now, is that you or Paige?
That's Paige. I'm getting ready to do my
Sorry.
triple Lindy
Trying
off
to
the
purge you.
off the high dive.
Oh wait, am I going or are you going?
Go ahead.
He
Okay.
called you a goat head.
Would you rather,
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
as a guy, stand naked in front of your entire high school homeroom class, or have your girlfriend and her parents watch you go to the bathroom?
What?
What?
So
I guess
my,
I'll be standing naked in front of my high school
so my-
homeroom.
my first question on this is it me currently in front of the class then, or me then in front of the class?
I don't.
There's a
think
big difference. I'm a lot fatter now than when I was in high school.
I'm going with first
I
one.
think it's during. I think it's during your time in high
Hmm.
school.
I think like I'll just sit on the potty in front of everybody. I
Nah,
guess.
there's no way, man.
I'll just
Man, there could be
just
no.
look away when I'm wiping.
I've said
is all
this
I ask.
before, man. There could be nobody in this house, and they could be
You just still shutting
100
the
miles
door.
away. I will go and shut and lock the door
Oh,
and go
no
to the
way.
bathroom.
If I'm
There's
home
no
alone-
way that could be.
If I'm home alone, I leave that door open.
That's amazing.
Ryan put dealer's choice. on
Dealer's
that one.
choice. Naked in front of the class, right on. Heather,
put
this
that?
is not even a normal
good.
would you rather. Hey, it's in the would you rather
It
pile.
literally is.
It literally came out of the box.
I think I'm going potty in front of. Was it my-
Heather said, "What
She's
is
so
this?"
appalled.
Just look away when I wipe.
Just look
That's all-
away.
that's all
Just
I
look
ask.
away.
When I-
Just a naked in front of the homeroom.
so I guess I'm in the minority. What would you pick?
What would I pick? Oh, I would stand naked.
Oh my gosh! I guess I'm in the minority here.
All right, let's move along to another question. That's making me feel weird.
All right. Would you rather
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
eat a canister of salt with nothing to drink, or drink a quart of vegetable oil?
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
I've never had either,
Here's
so-
here's the deal, because now I got a story, because that made me think of something.
What was
Uh-oh.
last week's Nathan
First
Street?
off, I would eat the thing of salt, even though that really gags me, and I
Ugh.
don't know how I could even do it.
yeah.
But I like to eat tuna fish for
Okay.
protein.
Okay.
Spring water tuna fish. Years ago,
Is that out of the can or the
out of the
pouch?
can, I would just open it up,
Ugh,
wolf it down real quick,
You don't like tuna?
drink
No.
like
Ugh.
orange juice or
the
something,
smell.
because I hate the taste of it, but
Oh,
it's
you don't-
protein.
Yeah.
So I would just
I like
four,
tuna.
4 big bites, protein in the body, brush your teeth, go go lift weights.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went one day, opened my can up, grabbed my 4 bites. So I get a big old fork
Oh, I know where this is going.
full of tuna fish.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, this water tastes weird. And I swallowed and I
Vegetable-
looked, it was in vegetable oil. To this day,
Ugh.
man, it's probably been 20 years. There's
You
still
still
vegetable oil
taste-
stuck in my mouth.
I made that
Mm.
mistake one time. It was right after I moved out on my own. I had to buy my own groceries because I'm an
Mhm.
adult. I didn't realize that tuna came in water or tuna came in vegetable oil. I still to this day don't even know why it comes in vegetable oil.
I don't either.
That's so disgusting.
I don't know.
It's got to be in
I don't know why
spring
people
water.
eat tuna in general.
Oh, tuna's
Protein,
good.
man,
Tuna's
protein.
Good. Tuna's good. Good tuna sandwich. Good.
Bro George says, throw the salt over the shoulder like Fuji. Aruba!
Wait, what was your answer? Did you pick?
Yeah, I said salt.
No, him.
Oh, I did not. I said
didn't
tuna,
pick.
but that wasn't an answer.
And tuna was not an answer. So canister of salt
I guess I have to
or
go
drink a
with
quart of
salt.
vegetable oil.
Yeah,
I guess I have
salt.
to do salt because
The white Larry Bird. There
Yes.
he is, right there. The
Who's
white
that?
Larry Bird.
oh yeah, Toady. That's my buddy. That's my boy from California. Thanks for tuning in, brother. From California.
From
I've been to
California.
California. I've been to
I want
California
to go
twice.
to California again so bad.
Oh.
Oh,
Great
would you
guy.
rather?
Oh, wait, hold on. I was still prepared.
Whoa, here we go. Kyle asks, would you
Oh.
rather take the mandible claw with Mr. Sacco or the stink face from Rikishi. Mandible
Mr.
claw all day
Socko.
long.
But remember where he'd pull the sock out from? He'd pull it out from a sweaty crotch.
Yeah, but
Oh.
his
And you
Rikishi's
know,
big old.
we've heard the road stories of how Mick didn't really shower a lot
Yeah,
and wasn't a
but-
clean guy.
if you got to
You'd
pick,
rather have a crotch sock in your
Miss-
mouth than a butt in your face that you can wash off as soon as you get to the back. I think I'm
I
going to
think
take.
I'd have to go with Mr. Socko.
yeah, I'd still have to go with Mr. Socko.
See, I think I'm taking the stink
Thank you,
face.
Michael.
I'm taking the stink face on that one. Just
Well-
because
Heather says Mr. Socko. I agree with Heather.
How come I'm in the
Mr.
minority of
Socko.
everything tonight?
I don't know.
All right. Would you
Okay.
rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather shave all of the hair off of your body, including your eyebrows, or dye all of the hair on your body neon green?
So shave all of your hair, including your eyebrows, or dye it all?
Or dye it all neon green?
Oh,
So either be
Well-
smooth like Stone Cold or green like Frodo the Ghost.
I was getting ready to say.
Oh, FTG!
I would now be FTG's tag team partner because I would be dyeing everything neon because I ain't
I
shaving
didn't
my
even
head.
think about him.
Well, I've
I
told
did.
you.
I
As soon
love
as you said that,
FTG.
Frodo, shout out to you, brother. I don't know if you'll
Yeah.
see this, but you should.
I know.
because you're a bro and you should be watching.
I know where I'm going with this answer, and I think have I told you the story about when I got bored in high school when I shaved? Have I told you this story?
No.
Maybe I told it on the other show. One day
Oh,
when I was in
God.
high school, we moved out to Hunter's Ridge. We were like the second family out there, maybe the fifth house out
Oh,
there.
you're brand new. Yeah.
Brand new. The roads weren't even paved. There was
Yeah.
still gravel roads.
Yeah.
We had no cable. All we had was antenna TV.
Ugh.
So I went from my whole life, sophomore year in high school, we moved out there. Whole life up to sophomore year, we have cable. We move out there. I'm lost in the world. One night,
You're like, this sucks.
it did. It really did. So one night, I get bored, and I like start shaving my legs, like sitting there
Okay.
watching TV. And I start shaving, and it goes up a little bit further, and I'm like,
I just shaved my legs.
And I'm like-
But you were watching TV and shaving your legs?
yeah,
Were
with
you
the like
dry
electric.
shaving your
No, it was like
legs?
electric. It was like one of them
Oh.
electric like shavers. And I just kept going, and I was shaving my butt. I was in high school. Like, didn't really think much about it. A few days later, the hair starts growing back,
No.
Oh.
and I can remember sitting in
And it's
class.
the horse.
I can remember sitting in class in school, almost in tears, because it felt like my butt was on fire, because the little hairs were growing, and it was like getting caught in my shorts. And
What
I can
in the
remember,
world,
like,
Kyle.
I remember almost crying because I'm like, my butt is on fire. Like I could not. Like luckily, it just lasted like that one day. But
Or
this
you're like,
is the worst
Mom,
experience
can
of
I
my
go
life.
home?
No.
My butt itches.
So
My
so
booty.
the worst experience of my life was shaving my butt and it growing back. So needless to say, I'm dyeing my hair
Heather's
green.
dying.
I'm dyeing my hair green.
Oh,
Definitely green.
Butt hair at all.
Listen, guys, Kyle tells the best stories, like our wrestling
On
road
road
trips.
trips.
You
You're
would
on a
think
wrestling road trip
after
right
all
now.
of the road trips we've had, you would think there's nothing new this man could tell us. No, every month he's like, "Oh wait, have I ever told you about this?" And then he pops up with the best story I've ever heard in my life. Oh,
All right.
Anyway,
let's see. I'm gonna try to find another
Let's
one.
do one more, and then Kyle will do his, and then I'll do my special NWO unboxing.
yes.
Oh, here, you guys are gonna think this one's funny because
Okay.
you're men. So the men will think this
All
is
right,
funny.
it's
The
got to have
girls
something.
Cover your
about
ears,
the
Heather.
may not.
Would you
Okay.
rather shave your butt or
Would you rather
would you rather?
Would you rather?
streak naked through your office or be known as the office farter?
Well, seeing that my office is a big brown truck and there's nobody there, I'll streak through that all day
If
long.
you had an
Let's
office.
put us all in an office setting
You have
here.
to be in an office setting.
Yeah, I would.
You're sitting
I
across from
wouldn't-
Dwight Schrute. Michael Scott is your boss. You don't know The Office, I forget.
I don't know the
I
office.
am Angela.
I
Tag
don't know the
yourself.
But that's
office.
cat. Oh, you know you have a cat.
I do have a
Alex,
cat.
no to the shaving.
So, I guess I would have to be the office farter.
Megan says the
She
office
would.
farter.
That makes sense.
Poor Megan.
No, man. Those,
I just know her too well.
You're either the office farter or you're the office naked guy.
I'd rather not be the naked guy.
I
I'd
don't
rather
wanna
not
be the
put it all
naked
out
guy.
there.
But if you're naked once, eventually people are gonna forget about it.
No one would ever.
But
do
Nobody
that.
forgets about that. Are you
Everybody's
kidding
gonna
me?
remember. Oh, here comes farting guy.
Everybody
Smells
farts,
like a
so
fart.
everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I remember when he farted."
Yeah, but
That's gonna be
that
it.
must mean you smell.
When you're
really
naked, they're gonna be
bad.
like describing everything to everybody,
Yeah.
going, "You remember?"
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I only have one coworker, so it would definitely never be forgotten. So
All right.
Yeah, I would be the office farter, I guess.
yeah, I would have to be.
Nobody
as
take
much
clips
as
of
I
that
don't
and
like
repost
that.
that.
All right. You said you had a would you rather wrestling question.
I do.
Oh, am I gonna like it?
We had one. Somebody said Mr. Sacco or the Stink Face. I like that. I'm glad we got a good.
Bro
would you rather.
George is streaking,
Streaking like
like
seven?
Savage, running to the ring at Mania 8. Hell yeah, brother.
Bro George.
Hell yeah.
I can see him,
Aruba.
I can see him getting up in the ring like Ultimate Warrior, shaking ropes. Okay, would you rather?
Would you?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather? Would you rather? Say it.
Would you rather?
Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh!
Oh wait, I need to do my ring announcer voice. Hold on. Let me get prepared. Oh no, I got nervous. I can't do it.
Okay. Would you rather?
Would
Would
you
you
rather?
rather?
Would you rather not face a wedgie by Doink the Clown, a sweaty hug by George the Animal Steel,
Ooh.
or a fart from Andre the Giant while he has you in head scissors?
Which one would I like to avoid?
Yes, out of those three.
Oh, I would want to avoid Andre having me in head scissors and farting on me all day long.
So,
I'll go wipe off immediately from George the Animal
So you
and the
would not-
wedgie.
so you're saying you would rather take, not have the
I'd rather get the wedgie by Doink
okay.
and the hug from George the Animal. I would not want Andre.
Do you know who George the Animal Steel is? He was a very hairy,
I've
like,
heard the name,
except for
but
the
I
hair.
don't know who it
He
is.
He's
was bald on
bald,
top, but he
His
had
very hairy
he
body,
was almost like a gorilla. He
green
was
tongue, mine. His little
Mine.
mine doll. He'd eat the turnbuckle and make the foam
but he
go
was
everywhere.
very, very hairy.
Yeah, you would rather get hugged by George the Animal still, trust me.
Okay, that's my choice.
So both of us agree with the Andre.
Andre.
Andre it is.
Andre
Okay.
it is. Do you have a Piper? He was my favorite, brother. Do I have a Piper action figure?
Which one?
I got several Piper action figures. Got a retro Mattel. I've got Piper Hasbro. I've got a Piper Defining Moments with bagpipes. That's
You've
pretty
got
cool,
a Piper
really.
Ninja Turtle.
I got a Piper Ninja Turtle.
You got a
Yeah.
Piper.
Got a Piper
Masters of the
poster.
Universe.
Got Piper Masters of the Universe. I love Roddy Piper, man. Piper, he's up there. He's in my top 10. Piper's in my top 10. All right. I'm going to do something that I don't really want to do, but I'm going to do it.
He's under pressure. I'm glad we're here to
I've been,
witness
Does this
this.
have
I've
to do
been,
with the purge?
I've been waiting to do this for a long time. I've got every WWE Superstars figure now up to current. So I bought some extras because I never open anything. So I really wanted to open something.
You're about
Sorry,
to
Paige.
witness history.
So today you're about to witness history because I'm going to open this Hollywood Hulk Hogan WWE Superstars figure. I'm nervous. I've got anxiety right now, even though I have another one sitting right over there. And
My
here we
God,
go.
I hope nothing
I-
happens to the other one.
to announce you.
yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Chris Slammer.
try to do this as neat as possible.
Letting him breathe.
I'm letting it breathe.
Listen, in 24 years of my life, I've never seen my dad do this. This is like,
I'm glad you're here.
I mean, it's actually
Crazy.
making me feel really sick to my stomach. But I'm also excited at the same time.
he's always
And I've
kind
kept
of
it in
wanted
pretty
to
good
do
shape. I kept the box in good shape. I didn't tear it
How?
up.
Let me
really
rip this
bad.
thing in half.
Literally perfect.
Don't squish it because I'm gonna keep
Why
that.
would I squish it?
I'm
All
gonna
right.
save it
I'm
even though I
not
have another
5.
one.
This is actually pretty cool that I've
Oh.
done this because he's got.
NWO belt. He's got the
I guess-
NWO sunglasses. The
Yep.
do-rag.
I guess I needed a pair of scissors,
That's why I prepared.
but
my
I'm so
packages.
strong I broke it, brother. All right, man.
They keep them in there good.
Boy, they keep them there real good. Oh, Hulk's bandana came off. I didn't know the bandana came off. Hey, this is awesome.
Glasses come off. I left my glasses.
Got it. It's got a little do rag that comes off.
They got plastic.
Okay.
I leave
Oh,
that
right.
on so the glasses
yeah,
don't fall off.
Yeah,
on.
I want his glasses to stay on.
They
but
really go all the way.
put
I
the
like it.
Hollywood back on there. The boots.
Get that belt out there.
We love that Cardillo weight
The,
belt.
the boots are what inspired my wrestling boots. If you've never seen my wrestling boots, they're awesome. For my man, Steve Cardillo. Cardillo weight belt
Hollywood.
on Hollywood Hogan, brother. The shirt does come off.
Oh, you tore
So,
it.
so I could probably make
it-
it
He
tears
rips
up.
it.
look like he's ripping it off. All right.
See that NWO belt.
So the coolest part,
NWO.
got the NWO
Check that out.
championship belt.
cool.
That's actually really awesome. So there you go, man.
I love these superstar figures. They're
Yeah, these
so
superstar
nice.
figures rule.
They're really good. Really good.
Yeah, so there you go. You got to see a live
Unboxing.
unboxing. There's some extra hands
Oh, fun.
in case he needs
Yeah, I
some
think
extra
one of them
hands.
may be like the
is,
two
it,
sweet.
is it a too sweet?
Oh no, it's just two fists. Never mind.
Man, I can make him be playing belt guitar. All right, I'm excited. I'm really
You're
glad
not
I.
even showing the podcast.
Oh, I was too busy looking
He's
at it
too
for
busy
myself.
excited for himself.
excited.
Anyway, NWO, 28 years. Can you
Just
believe it?
too-
Way too sweet. Got any other body say anything? Dana Wampler, Hulk Hogan, right on. Snitch. You need some Snitch figure, Slammer. You know what we need, Snitch? We need a battle pack. Slammer versus Snitch.
Oh,
That would be
Whoa.
awesome.
So, like the-
Somebody out there in action figure world, you need to make a double pack. Snitch and Slammer. And
Champion versus
one for me
champion.
and one for Snitch, so we can both have one.
I want to be like the WCW brawlers where they have the magnets and the.
Hulk out, brother. Neat.
Is that Derek Teeter?
Neat. Where's Derek? Derek Teeter, are you on
No,
here?
no.
Derek Teeter.
All
All right,
right.
brothers. That's about
Well,
that time.
All right. Well, I got a couple more, but we'll save those for another time. Well, maybe
We'll have
I'll
another
do
one.
it.
Reason
No,
to come
we'll-
back.
We'll give them a preview of what you might
All
do
right.
next week.
So anyway,
Paul or Nash.
I
What
don't
we
know
gonna
which
do?
one I'll do next, but we'll go with the NWO theme. Try not to hide Paige's face. It's either going to be Hall or Nash, or I have an Ultimate Warrior Superstars figure that I'm going to open. So anyway, I don't know what we'll do next week. We'll get a theme going and we'll have everybody back here next week. How about that? Ooh, yeah,
about
brother,
that?
Snitch. What you going to do, brother? I guess I'll probably see you Saturday night. So while I'm talking about that, Saturday
Tony
night,
keeps his, yes.
South Broadway Athletic Club in St. Louis, Missouri.
I
You coming?
will be there.
Woo!
Mookie will be there. Paige will be there in ring announcing action.
Yeah, brother.
I'll be there against JSO and MMWA
Boo!
Heavyweight Wrestling Championship action. I'm tired of him mouthing me, so it's time to shut his big mouth up. I'll probably get flagged on Facebook again because I just said I got flagged for saying beat up a wrestler or something last week. I don't mean it in harm. I'm just
you bad
JSO.
threatening son of a
So-
gun.
He's
Saturday
literally a
night.
wrestler.
MMWA, South Broadway, show up, come watch some wrestling. Follow me on Facebook, Chris Slammer, or the Slammer page that you're watching right now. If you haven't liked it, like it. Share it with your friends. We
Yes.
want to be worldwide,
Yes.
man. Instagram, Chris_Slammer, at SlammerMania on the TikTok. ProWrestlingTees.com/Slammer. Buy yourself a Slammer t-shirt. Come see me at my merch table and buy my stuff.
In person.
In person,
Next.
YouTube, Slammer4878.
Next.
Where can you find you, Paige?
Oh, yes. So next week you can find me at MMWA, the historic South Broadway Athletic Club. There are Paige Mack photos available for sale at the Slammer merch table, only $5, and I
Only
will
$5?
personally autograph them for you. I know it's the deal of a lifetime.
You
Only
might as well be giving them away.
$5. Now, I do have to say, I highly, highly suggest you go and follow and or like my page on Facebook, Paige Mack, M-A-C, Mack, Paige Mack. Go like it because within the next couple weeks, we have some really, really exciting news coming, and you
big
do
news!
not want to miss it.
Big
so like me
news!
on Facebook, Paige Mack. Your turn, bro.
You can find me right here on Facebook under Kyle Mookie Skynet or on my other page, the Die Cut Dudes. Some of my friends have joined us tonight that follow me on Die Cut Dudes, such as Tony. Tony's a great guy from California. Look us up on Die Cut Dudes. We are quickly approaching 14,000 followers now.
14,000
We
followers.
were at 13,770.
My gosh,
something.
congratulations.
We're
Send
getting
some,
there.
send some of them
So,
13,000 over to the
Trying.
Slammer page,
Tony,
man.
Tony has joined the club over here.
Tony's joined the club.
So we appreciate
Dana, thank
everybody.
you for your support.
I just did a show over there earlier tonight and come flying over here to do a show with you tonight. Join you two. Thank you for following both of these pages. Thank you for following both of our shows tonight. It has been a fun, pleasurable time to
People.
enjoy with you. What?
It's rude stuff, man. Anyway,
Clearly, you've never seen Paige Mack in action because I am the best. Come to MMWA and find out when I announce him this Saturday night. And still, the MMWA Heavyweight Champion, your #1 brother.
Your mega brother. Yeah.
Hit that button.
So thank you for coming. What you gonna do when the bro show runs wild on you? Okay.
Hit
You
end.
want to save?